Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22 and it's time for the Motorland Aragon of our career mode. It's time for round 16 here in the Aragon GP. So in a very familiar spot, pole position once again, waiting for the red lights to go out, and away we go. So a familiar three at the front, Grant, Foggia, Mino, a competition that is certainly writhing with talent as we now go to the left hand side for turn 1 for the very first time. It's a whole shot for the 27-year-old British rider, the championship leader by 65 points clear of Foggia. Oh, Mino, their foot slipping off the gear there on the right. Whoa! Massive moment into the Carlos Checa corner, or at least going on the entry for the Carlos Checa corner. That was a scary moment for the CIP Green Power KTM. But to the left-hand side, we'll go for turn 5. And if you've watched or you haven't watched, I'll remind you, just in case, there's a bit of contact and gesticulation from the River Cole Snipers man and Grant in third position. Now, we'll tell you, we probably won't use Power Setting 3, but we will only use it if we really need it. Power Setting 2 is more than enough for us to compete against the 120% difficulty AI as Andrea Mino slides up on the inside for turn 8. That was a very aggressive move as he also bumps the fellow Italian. He bumps his compatriot wide, but it does yield a bit of space for him going into turn 9 and then now into turn 10 for the Marquez corner. Really tight there for the left-hander as we did lose a little bit of traction, and Sergio Garcia looks to be gaining rather rapidly from 4th position into 3rd. But now to the left-hand side we'll go for turn 12. Really tight apex as Mino got really out of shape there as we take advantage on the right-hand side, but we also let him get on through by making a little bit of a mistake on the right-hand side there. But for 14 now, do we have a chance of a lunge? Not quite for 15, but really tight to the apex. We do indeed get past Andrea Mino. So now with Power Setting 2 enabled, the Dennis Foggia Leopard Honda man up ahead of us is certainly going to be feeling the pressure when we pick up the slipstream. Look at the speed we're gaining. This is on a KTM in Power Setting 2. The difficulty on this game really needs to be improved. I can't keep dropping the power setting to make it easy, or at least make it harder, should I say. It's massive contact into turn 16. Foggia didn't give a damn. That was unbelievable. He went up straight up at the inside with reckless abandon and did not care one iota. He's fighting for a championship, and I do understand the pressure he must be under right now. But Grant goes almost 2 for 1. 1 for 1 it seems going into turn 1. That's a lot of ones in one sentence as we go to the right hand side for turn 2. Let's try and avoid the rumble strip so we don't have that scare going into Carlos Checa corner. But we did run it a little bit deep, and Andrea Mino, he's there again. Disappointment last time for Mino, crashing into Tramonto in the Misano circuit last time out. You know he wants to put that to bed and get redemption here in Aragon. And of course, with so little amount of championship races remaining, he's really got to improve and try and get himself further up into the championship total. But for now, Mino, great race for him so far. He just needs to keep it ongoing and keep it moving to battle with Dennis Foggia ahead. So to the right hand side for turn 8 for the reverse corkscrew. Mino does regain the position for 2nd place. Sergio Garcia's up on the inside there, or just briefly wanted to make a lunge as we go to the left hand side for turn 10. As we now keep it really tight. I had to brake a little bit there. I don't want to slam into the rear of Andrea Mino, as Dennis Foggia so far keeping his powder dry. He's keeping it clean, and he's still doing a pretty good job as we go really wide there, trying to... that little bit of a bobble almost caused a dramatic moment for the CIP Green Power KTM, but thankfully we're alright and still on board our motorcycle. But to the right hand side for 14, could have a lunge here on Ortola if he opens the door. Doesn't seem it's going to happen as we go onto the green there for a little bit. No track limit warning, that was a surprise, but I'll take it. Power Setting 3 for the time being, then just to try and get ourselves back up there. Probably don't need to use it, but on the straight, let me just get rather close into Garcia, drop it back down to Power Setting 2, and then we'll continue the fight. But look at the fight that Andrea Mino is taking to Foggia right now. It does seem that we were impeding the Italian's progression, and now he is right there. He could be going for it. Turn 1 could be Mino's moment to retake the lead. In fact, just get the lead. He has done it. He's now into the top position for the first time in the Spanish GP of Aragon. As almost in a minute, it could be Andrea Mino Aragon, because he'll be going straight away from this position, because look how much speed he's got already into the first sector. Brilliantly done from Andrea Mino. Of course, he's had a few races like this season where he's been really competitive and ready to take a victory, and then something dramatic has happened to the young Italian. Foggia takes a look behind him. He doesn't need to rush things. He doesn't need to worry right now. Of course, he does have Garcia, the gas behind him, and of course the CIP Green Power KTM. But currently as it stands, the two Hondas are somewhat getting away, but Grant is really quick coming out to the right-hander there, and Sergio Garcia will be impeding our progress for now as we go into turn 8 for the third time of asking. And now to the left-hand side, it's an aggressive move up on the inside of Garcia. I do apologise to the gas man, but we have to get on through before this gets a little bit too late. I can see Mino's getting a few extra bike lengths away from the Leopard Racing Honda man, and I don't want him to get too much of an advantage. I want him to get too cocky now, do we? So we go firm on the brakes for the left-hander, for the left-hand side for turn 12. One of the most innocuous corners here in Aragon, as you see that massive brick wall to your left-hand side. Really a staple of Aragon as we go firm on the brakes for the right-hander. No one is really that close to us right now, so we have a chance to really close into Foggia and get a double slipstream. Power setting 3 could be required. I'm going to use it a little bit just so we can start chopping and changing, because of course that's the best part of Moto3. When the overtakes are fast, the racing's fluid, and the racing is also a little bit aggressive. You know we like to see it. So onto the brakes we'll go for the left-hand side for turn 16. This is the third time of entry into this particular corner. Mino and Foggia are falling into Grant's hands here because this battle is not doing them any good. Across the line we will go. We're going to improve our lap time dramatically to a 1:58.135. That's a qualifying lap if I do say so myself. As we now go to the left-hand side for turn 1. Penultimate lap time, ladies and gentlemen. Foggia versus Mino with a very fast-charging World Championship leader who is currently sitting ahead. Oh, really close there, getting out of shape onto the rumble strip before the entry for Carlos Checa. But this championship leader is certainly seeing an opportunity to get involved with this battle. To the left-hand side, we'll go for turn 5. Really very difficult corner to get right. Going into the 5th corner, you hit the brakes a little bit too hard there and you are going down. But 0.8 of a second separate the two Honda men to the fastest KTM on the track right now. Oh, Sergio Garcia really close to slamming into the back of us there, even the side, as he went really, really early up on the brakes. He tried to go for a lunge of some description into turn 7. But now coming out of the reverse corkscrew, this gap is coming down. It's oscillating somewhat for the first sector, but this particular part, turn 12 and onwards, is where we are absolutely rapid. Coming out to the Marquez corner and just touching the rumble strip, who's giving a bit of a kiss with the rear tyre, the medium rear of course, and then very firm on the brakes for the left-hand side for turn 12. On the penultimate time of asking, the penultimate lap for turn 12. 0.8 of a second is still the gap. It's not come down as quickly as I thought. Maybe Power Setting 3 will be here to stay for the duration of this Grand Prix, because I want to see this one come to blows, and I want to have the best seat in the house for this one to really, really get tasty. Bring on the power, bring on the acceleration with the slipstream, and this final lap here in Aragon could be something very, very memorable. I hope you're ready for this one, guys, and of course if you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing as well. But to the left-hand side for turn 16, have we left it too late? Power Setting 3 is here to stay for the final lap here in Aragon. To the left-hand side for turn 17, Mino, Foggia, still exchanging paint, still exchanging positions, still exchanging aggression as we go into the final time for the final lap here. Into turn 1 we'll go. Foggia getting out of shape. The Leopard Honda man is really on the limit now. really pushing the Honda now as Mino just gets the advantage in the first part of the track, and then Foggia regains it all back in. But I do believe we are quicker in every sector right now as we speak, and especially with Power Setting 3. We were matching their time with the second power setting. Can you imagine what we're going to be like now with the third power setting? You don't have to imagine it because we're doing it right now. To the right hand side we'll go on the braking marker there with the first white line to turn 7. Really tight apex, that is massive. That tight apex gives you a heck of a lot of drive, way better than what the AI can produce as we go into the right hand side. Oh, I certainly thought about a lunge up on the inside of the man who's currently second place in the World Championship. Turn 9 just kissing the rumble strip there, that really threw me off. Hitting the left elbow onto that rumble strip really threw me off for that particular corner, but it's not anything to worry about too much as we bring on the power, touching the rumble strip again. Turn 12, we are much superior. Firm on the brakes at the 150 metre braking point. To the left hand side we'll go nice and tight to the apex. We really need to make this one work now. Foggia, do us a favour mate, get up at the inside of Mino, disrupt his rhythm please, because it could be a little bit too late. To the right hand side for 14. Going into 15, everyone plays the defensive line there as we go to the left-hand side. Oh, careful upon the acceleration. But here it is. the final time, the final entry into the final corner with a lot of slipstream. This is going to go down to the wire. Foggia comes out of the slipstream. Grant gets the double slipstream with plenty of fuel remaining. Do we have the lunge up at the inside and not one but two? You better believe we're going for it. Contact has been made. Both riders, 3 riders going wide there. To the left-hand side, we'll go in for turn 17. It's going to be absolutely neck and neck across the line. Mino has kind of an advantage across the line. I think it was Mino. Did Mino get it? We need results. Oh my goodness. 35 thousandth of a second wins the Italian the Aragon GP. My goodness. That was mighty close. And Grant, the fastest man on the circuit with a 1:57.997 on the last lap of the Grand Prix. What a brilliant, brilliant race. So Mino may have won this one, but Grant still has the championship lead. It's now a fantastic 69 points clear from Dennis Foggia and 98 clear from Tatsuki Suzuki. The chances of other riders winning this championship are getting rather slim. A look at the team championship, and Leopard Honda still lead the way, but just by the thinnest of margins. 16 points are clear from the CIP Green Power, or at least Grant holding his own, trying to beat both Leopard Racing Hondas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that familiar sight again. It's Parc Fermé for the man on board the CIP Green Power KTM. It's a 69-point advantage to Grant on your screen. I tell you what, guys, it's looking rather great for us, if I do say so. We could be moving up to Moto2 with a wonderful World Championship secured even earlier than what I would have expected. But guys, thank you very much for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks for watching and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.